Hello, this is Mr. Bissonette with another episode of Math in the Classroom. Today we are going to take a graph of a quadratic or of a parabola. We are going to learn how to put this into our vertex form and then use that to solve for an equation for one of these from the graph. So a couple things to take note of. We will look at problem 10 here first. I will show you the graph. I'll do a little sketch so we can see what is going on and how the different parts go into it. So first thing to kind of notice, our vertex is here at -2, 3. So that's going to be our vertex, and again, that's -2, 3, just in case you can't see those small numbers. And then we have another point on the graph here at -3, 0. We're going to need that in just a little bit. So to start off with, when we are using our vertex form, we need to know what that equation is. So we're going to have the equation f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Now, we will state our vertex as hk. So the way that I teach my students is this. It's going to be the opposite of what is in here, and it's going to be the same of what is on the outside. So I'm going to do a quick sketch of the graph so we don't have to rotate between the two here. And again, we had this parabola that looks something like this, where we had a vertex of -2, 3. This was our vertex. And then we had a y-intercept of -3, 0. All right, the first thing which students get most of the time and do a good job with is they get the vertex, they plug it in correctly, and we're all good there. So if we plug in our vertex, we'd have f of x equals a times x. Now it's going to be the opposite of this, so opposite of negative is going to be +2 squared, and it's going to be the same as our y, so +3. Now this is the part that students need to normally get a little help with. They forget to put this a in here sometimes, and then they struggle to know what is the next step, what do we do? Well, to be able to solve for this a, what we're going to do is we're going to take another point on the graph, that -3, 0, and we're going to plug it in correspondingly. So our 0 is our y, so we replace our f of x with 0. And a is going to then still be a. And our x is going to be -3 plus 2 squared plus 3. So now we're going to simplify this down, and then we're going to solve it for this a. So we would have 0 equals a times -3 plus 2, which is going to be -1 squared plus 3. -1 squared is just going to be 1. And 1 times a is a. And to solve for a now, we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. So our a is going to equal -3. Now we plug that back into our a, and we have the equation. So f of x is going to equal -3 x plus 2 squared plus 3. Now, if we were to switch that to standard form, we would then have to multiply it out. But as far as taking the information from the graph, plugging it into our vertex form to be able to solve for an equation, this would totally work, and this is awesome. One thing to notice, our a is negative. Whenever our parabola is open down, we should expect that a to be negative. So that all checks, and that looks good. Again, that's Mr. Bissonette with another episode of Math in the Classroom, and thank you for watching.